More is here, everyone. For those of you who don't know, welcome to the show. This happens to me, Moore's last edition of Pet Profiles today. So we're going to have to do a quick shout out to Moore. I'll be featured on that show actually later today with a whole slew of star-studded guests, including Moore himself, obviously, as he hosts the last episode of Pet Profiles next week. In fact, I introduced Moore's show before I even talked about my own show today. Hey everyone, my name is Chris Casper. Welcome to Suited Up. This is your weekly app talk style show where we bring on up-and-coming streamers, people who are influencers, creators from both on and off of the platform. We've even had people who don't stream on this stream before just to say hi and talk about themselves because they're so interesting. And so whether you're a streamer or not, if you have some interest in keeping up with the show, make sure that you hit the favorite. You can do it right up here. Hit that little star button. And if you're really feeling adventurous, you can go ahead and give the Instagram a follow. We are so close to 6,000, everyone. We've been pushing really hard. The end of year goal was 7K. We fell short by a K. That's all right. We pushed it hard. If we can hit, what do we got? 2 days? 2 days to get 100 follows? All right, we're going to push. I may even go live. I may even just do a regular live stream to hit the 6K before the 31st. We might even do a regular old school. Ew, gross. Old school Chris Casper live. We might do one of those just to try and get to the 6K because we got to talk. We got to advertise. We got to get out there. Before we get this party going any further, why don't we talk about today's guests? We've already introduced the show, what we do on here. We've got 3 fantastic guests this evening. We have Vision, we have Yamada, and we also have Mr. No Comp, all coming on the show today. And who knows, maybe we'll even have more come on. I don't know, because I'm going to ask him some questions if I do that, and we didn't plan it, and I bet he'll talk about some of the things that I want to say. He'll be like, dude, you're totally wrecking my finale right now. No, probably not. I don't know. Anyway, while we do this show, you may notice that I do not acknowledge the comments, that I do not acknowledge the gifts, that I do not acknowledge the wonderful things that are going on outside of the conversation. And that's for one reason. That's out of respect to the conversations and the guests. Sometimes we get into very personal topics, like if they like Nutella or not, or how they take their steak. You'll notice that a lot of food things are very personal to me. A lot of food things are. So while we have those conversations, I do not acknowledge the comments. You won't even see my eyes going, choop, 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 choop. Eyes up here, right? Because we got to make sure we stay focused on those conversations. However, throughout it, after each interview, I will take some time to say hello. And one more time, we've got 3 fantastic guests this evening. We have Vision, Yamada, and Mr. No Comp on the show today. So make sure that you stick around and hang out because it's going to be a great show. At this time, Vision, if you want to go ahead and request the box, we will prepare to have you get in there. Who's ready for the new year, by the way? You ready for the new year? I prepared a list of the most watched Netflix shows. I didn't. A Google search actually prepared it. But we could pretend that I did. Yeah. But you wouldn't trust it because how would I know? I had to do a little research of all 0.2 seconds. I thought, what are people going to be doing for New Year's this year? A lot of you will probably be staying home, cozied up. You got your Snuggie. You got your blankie. I got a couple of those for Christmas for some loved ones. We tuck them on, get them going. And we'll have to talk about the most watched shows of 2021 at the end of the show. So make sure you stick around so that way you know what is absolutely binge-worthy. But before we can hop into that, everyone, please welcome our very first guest of the evening. Seeing so clearly, he's the man with it, Mr. Vision, coming to the box. Welcome to the show, sir.
Chris, appreciate you cherishing the opportunity.
Oh, wow, that's generous of you. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to see you. Thank you. I'm digging this whole situation going on. You look good. Mm-hmm. Now, the things that are on your shades, those like kind of like make them aerodynamic. What's going on? Oh, they're sunglasses. they look like spoilers at first.
And they flip up.
That's very cool. That's very cool. So Vision, thanks for coming on the show. No pun intended with the glasses in the name. But I'm relatively new to knowing you as a streamer. Just how long have you been on the platform?
I've been on the platform about 1.5 years.
Really? And
Yeah.
where have I been sleeping? Have you been a streamer this whole time?
Yeah, I've actually been a streamer this whole time. My streams are very sporadic. You might catch me doing laundry, cooking, other stuff.
Sure. Well, then let's hop into it. A year and a half is a lot of patience to be streaming. I'm sure you've been building a family, building community. What got you started on that journey? Was it just an impromptu thing or more sporadic?
Actually, I just wanted to come in here to meet new people, and then I was just supporting people, checking out their streams, and they was like, "Yo, you should, go into people's boxes," and then they're like, "Yo, you should stream as well." Like, so then I just said, "All right, I'm gonna go for it."
Yeah. And I know a few things about you that you may be interested to share while you stream or that you talk about. Namely, and one of the big things that I think is very cool is that you're a published creator.
Correct. I am
Wow.
a published creator.
What medium of creator would you classify yourself as?
I create so much that I can't really put one like stamp on it. However, I do my bread and butter is graphic design. I work with a lot of magazines. I'm working with an international magazine called Loami magazine. I got a editorial coming out, so I'm actually gonna be a published photographer as well when this new when the new issue comes out. So I got a lot of different things. I do websites. I've created a lot of logos for people on here, merch, flyers, things like that. So whatever has a design, I definitely create it and produce it.
Definitely follow. What's interesting and very cool to me is that you're doing it as a career. So this isn't just a hobby. This is something that you've turned into a career. What would you say was the stride that you hit to help you feel confident to take this leap? Because as someone who has worked in music or done some other creative endeavors, people always follow up with, what's your other job? So for you, during that journey, how did you get to the point where you said, no, full stride, we're running towards this?
I always wanted to do something that I actually enjoy. So a lot of people, they have ideas, and the thing about people having a vision is they don't really go for it and execute it. So a lot of times people speak about it, and I encourage it. In my streams, a lot of people talk about ideas they have. So I tell them, like, look, whatever I can do to help, I'll help. If you need a certain design, you need to help push it, whatever, I'm with it. So I just love to help people. I love to see people win. I want everybody to win at the end of the day. So that's what I know, that I have a skill and a talent that can actually help people push what they want to do. So I just want to grow with other people as well.
I saw you teasing it almost a little bit. Do you have something in your hand that you were going to show there that you've created?
Yeah, I'll share. I'll share. So this is I'm from New Jersey. So this is like a popular New Jersey magazine. An urban magazine here. I'm also 1/3 of a artistic activism group called Freedom Fighters.
Okay.
So what we do is we host events and things like that for the community. So all like, rappers, poets, people who sell food, or whoever, any craft, that we give a platform for them to showcase their designs and things like that. We link up with other activists as well. So we linked up with the Newark Water Coalition because they had higher levels of lead, higher than Flint, Michigan. So we linked up with them to raise money for their cause. So each event we have, we try. I'm good.
You're good. Oh, hang on. Let's let it stabilize a second. Everyone, real quick, while we're waiting for that to happen, this is Vision. Make sure you hit the favorite button. He's our first guest this evening. He's an activist, digital creator, published creator, I should say. And we're going through right now some of his body of work. The art style of what you're showing was very bold, and like I can tell even from here that the magazine that you're showing, it wasn't like some flimsy piece of paper. This looked like an actual like publication. So how'd you end up branching out and connecting the dots? I know you were just speaking about the water project, but I'm sure that all comes full circle together of how you even got involved with this.
Correct. So what we would do, me and my colleague and my brother, we basically went out to all these different events. So we go on to like open mics, art shows and things like that, just to show love to like local artists around. And then we basically was like, yo, we can also, help far as producing these things. So we just started linking up with so many creatives, collaborating with them in any way we possibly can. And I just started getting into the publication part of it, creating ebooks, logos for different people. So also, this is the Lami magazines. So I started with designing their logo.
Oh,
And
so
then
fancy. That looks like it's French. Like I'm going on a runway. This is a serious business.
yeah, this one is an international magazine. So you're gonna find models from all over the world,
Yeah.
things like that. So I'm very excited about this project right here because issue 4 is coming out, and I'm actually going to be a published photographer in that.
Wow. That's so cool, man. I have a bleeding heart for artists, for people who chase their dreams and, despite whatever is coming at them, they're like, no, this is what I love. I'm going to figure out a way to make it work. You're doing that. How have you had that effect on other people? Because I know that you bring that to your stream, but can you help us understand the circle that you developed or some of the other artists you've met along the way?
Oh, definitely. I met a lot of people who, had ideas, and um I told them, you should go for it. I know a lot of people, they have the 9 to 5 thing. So some people want to stream more often but can't because they have other things, and I let them know, like, I started because like 7 years ago I had a 9 to 5 too. But then it was a point where I'm like, yo, I have to like separate. So I try to help people with doing that. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do. Make sure you make time to plant the seed, to grow it, to water it, so you can actually have fun and do what you want to do. So a lot of people come in there, they share what they have going on in my stream, and I definitely take the time to service onto them.
And either way you want to frame this, I can see an argument for both sides. Would you consider yourself to be a bit of a mentor right now? Are you someone who's still under the wing or studying others? Where would you put yourself in your journey?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a mentor to people who may learn or ask questions from time to time. A lot of people hit me up off the app, and we talk. A lot of people have my personal number that I kind of grow to know, and there's other people that actually wants to create podcasts and shows with me as well. So I definitely not only a mentor, but I'm also learning and teaching. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a student as well. So yeah, definitely a mentor, but also a student. I'm still learning.
Yeah. A lot of people watching right now are social media hopefuls, or people who are trying to put together a following or pursue their dream. What is something that you would like to extend to them, or that you can help to rally them to help them keep focused on their own path?
I'm a big firm believer, like in being yourself, um like words like negativity and failure is not in my day-to-day lexicon. So I would definitely tell people to strive forward to what you got, what you want to do, and literally just shoot for the moon. Don't stop. Continue to build, continue to grow, continue to network. Some people aren't everyone cups of teas, but you will find the people who really are there for you, your support system.
Absolutely. Make sure you hit the favorite button, everyone, on Vision. He is our first guest this evening. We still have your mother no comp coming up, so do not go anywhere. Going back to the streaming thing, you said you started on here doing some networking, finding people. Has this all been strictly business for you? Do you feel like it's branched out into building friendships, relationships of any sort?
Oh, definitely. I met a bunch of amazing people on here. Like, I always recommend people to come to the app. I brung lots of people on the app. You know, they're building their own networks. They're real close with people that that I don't even know. So I get to meet them through people, and they're like, yo, you brought this person to the app? And they're like, yeah. So it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? I met a bunch of people who I don't even know what they're saying because they speak different languages and stuff. So it's like they still come show love. I go to their stream, I show love to them too as well.
Yeah, and again, back with the bringing people on here, meeting different types of people. You're someone who has a dietary choice, preference, need. We'll have to get into it right now. An alkaline vegan. What is an alkaline vegan?
So alkaline vegans basically, everything that has a liquid in it has a pH level. So I would definitely choose to eat only foods that have a pH level of 7 or higher.
You're taking life on hard mode, man. You're like, hang on, let's up the difficulty real quick. Name some of the most common foods that people take for granted that you don't eat? Like something that you just that's good, but not for me.
Grits, bacon, shrimp, pork, crab, lobster. Yeah, those are the main ones. People be like, yeah, I don't do none of those.
Outside of even a normal vegan. So I'm familiar with the vegan diet. Are there particular things that even another vegan may eat that you won't?
Oh yeah, definitely. People think, yeah, this guy eats tofu. I can't stand it. I don't like it.
Wow.
I won't do tofu. I don't do the fake meats either, like the hot dogs and stuff like that. Yeah, not for me.
Wow. What's the purpose? Is there a benefit that you see? Is it just something that you started and you feel better? Help us understand the choice.
Oh, I love to challenge myself. I feel like everybody should challenge yourself. And once I started to receive like a lot of success, I'm like, you know what? Next level, next level, next level. And not only that, I haven't been sick for over like 7 years since I've, transitioned.
Wow.
So I'm just like really trying to master self mastery at the end of the day. So I want to start with, here, mind, body, soul, diet, what goes in my body and things like that.
You're going for full photosynthesis. You're like, all right, we're starting alkaline, and then we're gonna go into this symbiosis mode, and then we go from there. I love it. Before we start to wrap up, because I know you got a lot of things that we can talk about. I want to make sure we can hit the most punctual things, though. Is there anything that you came here today want to speak about that's important to you that you'd like people to know?
I guess I have like an auction. It's my first ever auction. I saw everybody doing them, and I'm like, yo, that looks mad fun, but I don't know where to start with that. But someone asked me to participate, so yeah, that's the 7th of January. Other than that, just stop by. If you guys favor me, I definitely favor you back. I'll check my fave list and definitely hit you back. Stop in and say what's up. You know what I mean? I'll come through. You got stream. I'm a professional stream surfer, so I definitely will hit everyone's stream. I'm good for that. Everybody knows I'll pop up.
I like that. Professional stream surfer. You support. You get around. You see what the community is about. I like that. Well, if you want to be a part of that, everyone, make sure you hit the favorite button on Vision. He said he'll get you with the fave back. You get the fave back. There you go. Basically, make an investment in yourself. Okay, so hit him with the favorite. Vision, thank you so much for being on here. It's been great to talk with you. And I'm looking forward to see some of your publications. So I'm going to get the follow from you, or I'll hit the follow on Instagram for you, because you have a lot of cool stuff. I was talking to Scott. I was like, who's the streamer, though? I was going through your Instagram. I was like, I don't know which person's the streamer. So yeah, no, it's really exciting to see your work, and I definitely want to see what's happening with it.
Thank you. I again appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. Love to talk with you. Looking forward to seeing more from Vision. Cheers to you, man. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers. He's like, Chris, you're too corny. I'm getting off the show. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm sorry. Give me the name button. It's right there. Hey, everyone. My name's Chris. It's wonderful to see you. Welcome to the show. It's something we do every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we just got done talking with Vision. Vision is an up-and-coming artist. He's a digital creator. And you can see some of his work in publications. Make sure you hit the follow on him and hit the favorite. And the follow on the Instagram. That's the one where you can see a ton more of his work. It's very good, very professional. Let's make sure you check that out. Coming up here soon, we've got Mr. No Comp. But before we can do that, Yamada. Yeah, we're gonna find out what's going on with that. Yamada is she might be staying up late. I don't think so. It might be Eastern time. We'll have to double check when she gets in the box. Before we talk with Yamada though, respectfully, let's go over the top gifters so far of the stream today. Coming in at number 10, we got Joe Bess. 9, we've got Queen Bee. 8, PCX. 7th, Warrior Yodanator. 6th place, we got the John B. 5th, Big Country. 4th, Smurfy. 3rd, Lemon Bay. 2nd, Snicker Bar. This is all capitals. It's a bar. And then last but not least, the man with the finale tonight, Mr. Moore, is coming in with his last episode of Pet Profiles. I'll be on that show as a guest, so make sure you tune into Pet Profiles after this show. He starts up at 10. We're going to be trying to be real tight this evening so that we can get that full hour of Pet Profiles. Everyone, as I did mention, while we go through these conversations, you may or may not see me not looking at the comments. You will not see me looking at the comments or reading them. And the reason for that is out of respect to the guests that we have. Sometimes we get into personal things, and I want to make sure that they have my undivided attention. So if you are wondering why, that's the reason why. At this time, please welcome to the box our second guest of the evening, Yamada. Yamada.
Hello.
Hello. It's so nice to see you, Yamada.
Hi. I am so nervous right now. I'm just going to take a second to breathe.
Just take a swig of that milk right there, and you're going to be good to go. You know, that's a great icebreaker. Are you someone who will casually drink milk? It came to my attention that there's some people who are offended at the idea of a glass of plain milk. Is that a thing
As
for
much
you?
as I would be like, yes, I drink almond milk. Absolutely not. Like, I'm lactose intolerant, but I do love milk. So you know what happens after that.
What's the weakness? Are you like, ice cream's here? I'm sorry, everybody. Rest in peace.
I live in Canada, so it's super cold. A nice hot chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I thought you were gonna say I live in Canada, so there's no one nearby me. So I don't care. Like,
well,
I'm having milk, ice cream, cheese, blowing
always have
everybody out
lactate.
if they're around.
Lactate in hand, we're good to go. But yeah, I don't mind milk. I live by some farms, so fresh milk is always available.
Nuts. All right, not the way I planned to start the conversation, but I'm very happy that we did. It was an ice break. Some people put ice in their milk too. I'm not going to get off this. This is important. Some people put ice in their milk, and I don't understand that. It's not
like Bailey's. Have you ever had Bailey's? It's creamy. It's milky.
Yeah, but that's different. It has alcohol. Alcohol breaks a lot of rules.
Yes, it does. It does. I'm
All
gonna try it. Ice milk. It's on the list. It's on the list.
All these things are very interesting, but not as interesting as you yourself, Yamada. Yamada, just to get the formalities out of the way, I know a lot of questions are on people's mind. The first one probably being, why is your name Yamada? What is that about?
So we are featured, but in the Caribbean, there's something that we like to say that's very spicy when somebody annoys the you know what out of you. So I like people to know like what they're gonna get when they walk into the stream. So if I fly a little left, don't say I didn't tell you.
It's in the name. It's in the name. So give me a scenario. If I cut you off in traffic, you're out here, Yamada! Is that how it goes?
Yes. There's something a little in the front end of that sentence. SUCK possibly. But we won't say it out loud.
Oh, I get it. It was very rude. My mom, my mom picked out this outfit.
Exactly. We love your mom. We love my mom. And we love everybody's mom. So
What if it was like Yamada is a great person? Like that's what it could be.
That works. I'm a mom of 2. That works. That works for me.
Love it. You said in the Caribbean, or is it? I say Caribbean. Is it Caribbean?
I say Caribbean.
The Caribbean.
Yes.
Okay. Potato. I don't want to.
But most importantly, I say Jamaica.
Okay. Is there a reason though specifically that you're referencing that geographic region?
Yeah, so my mom is Jamaican, and my dad actually, if you see the first flag in my name, is from Sri Lanka. So I definitely represent the islands. And who doesn't love Jamaica? So we got to put that at the forefront.
It's Sri Lanka.
Yes, it is.
That's Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka.
I whatever rolls off your tongue. I'm okay with it, whatever you want to call it.
Have you ever seen me try to pronounce a name? It's like it's a car wreck, honestly. So I'm gonna default to you on all the pronunciation.
No problem.
Are you from the islands yourself?
I am. I visit back very often. Fun fact, I went to school in Sri Lanka as well, briefly. Well versed in the language. So yeah, fun fact.
Wow. How long did you live in Sri Lanka? How long did you live there?
So not a long period of time. I actually visited with my grandparents, but they did a very good job in kind of getting me acclimated in both of in the culture and helping me embrace both cultures. So
Did you know that at some point you'd be leaving the islands? Was it your intention? Did you imagine that you'd stay there your entire life?
I definitely would love to be in the islands forever. No, I didn't. But I mean, I'm always open to the idea, especially, I mean, with streaming, you could be anywhere. So definitely, I actually taught in Central America for a year and a half, in Honduras, and got to travel much of those areas as well. So yeah, the islands, the heat, the warmth, they're all for me.
It's very different than Canada. How did you find yourself in Canada?
So I was actually born here. My parents both came here. My dad was born in Sri Lanka. My mom was here. So yeah, I was born here. But yeah, definitely travel is my middle name. So they definitely made sure that I got to see where I came from. Yeah.
Which lends to your show title, Life's a Beach, right?
Yeah, it's blank your mother and life's a blank. Life is definitely a beach.
We're all about the profanity sensory here in a playful way, right? Right. Life's a Beach. It's your featured show. Why don't you plug your show? Let everyone know what it's about, what you've been doing on it.
Yes, definitely. So I host Life's a Beach. So if you guys want to join the show, definitely hit me up on Instagram, One Your Mother. It's on Sundays at 4 p.m. I love the islands. So if you want to talk about any island across the world, definitely hit my stream up, or any country. As you guys know, Bob Marley, Jamaica, we're all about one love, one heart, one unity. So wherever we come from, we're definitely all connected. And I would love to have you. And that's kind of what I preach in my stream all the time.
You've had some interesting guests on your show. How small has the world gotten by doing it? Have you had people from places that you wouldn't expect?
So as you may or may not know, the world has gotten a lot smaller when my dear friend Smurfy came to visit me in Canada. So we got connected thanks to this app. And she's actually going to be on my show next week. So a lot of the places I do know because I'm like a huge Survivor fan, a huge geographical fan. But definitely the world's gotten a lot smaller when, people from a distance kind of are closer to you by a click or just hopping on a plane. So I'm definitely embracing the show, embracing new places, embracing putting new places to go on a list, and hopefully, connecting with future streamers.
Yeah. Everyone too, by the way, this is Yamada, okay? And she's on the show, second guest. We're learning about her featured content. Spoiler alert, cliffhanger. We've have someone imported themselves all the way to Canada, but be sure to hit the favorite button on Yamada And we have Mr. No Comp coming up soon here, so please do not go anywhere. You said you made a friend. You made a friend from the platform, and did she come to Canada to see you, or was this on her radar already?
So funny enough, I do a lot of content creation on the app. I've done a lot of auctions. I've done various little shows that we've tried to do on here, even before I knew the impact of creating shows and having a banner. And much of my partners in that were Smurfy and Miss Chocolate. So we had our battle December 18th. For all of you guys know what battles are. It was me and Smurfy head to head. And that was December 18th. And then a year later, our friendship blossomed and she was here December 18th, 2021. So
Wow.
yeah, definitely amazing. And it just shows the capabilities of the app to keep us connected.
Absolutely. Let's really dig into that now. So you joined Plenty of Fish. You're a Plenty of Fish streamer.
I am.
Puff streamer. Puff is traditionally a dating app. Did you download it with the intentions of finding a little more, or what was the mother's plan?
That thing called love. So I just wanted to kind of have adult conversation. I was married and I got separated, and I was like, let me see what the dating world has out there for me.
And
What is this life thing?
No, you wanted to see what was out there with the dating world and what happened.
Yeah. Like, my kids are driving me nuts. I need to talk to adults. So I came on here and I made good connections, and yeah, hopefully I can, possibly find a good date. Who knows?
Talk to us a little bit. I'm listening. You may not guess this. I happen to not be a single mom myself. So I don't have the same insight. But for the people out there, who also are like me, who don't know, what's the dating scene like? Single mom right now, COVID or the C word world right now, right? What is the dating scene like?
It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting. That's what I gotta say about that. I'm not gonna say too much, but what I do know is that I've been looking for consistency, and people have been consistent in my streams, but not really in my love life. So I've stuck to streaming, and that's about it. But hopefully that gets better. When you're a mom, time is of the essence. You got to maximize on your time. So it's really a balance of your schedule and making sure the person is understanding with that balance that you have to have.
Yeah. And you got to work in Smurfy somewhere too. So that's,
this is it.
This is it. All right. So what do we have to look forward to then? You're a very busy person. You said that you're a creator on here. You put together a lot of events. Is there anything in the pipeline that we should know about?
So my main thing is my show. So if you would love to give me a view, if you'd like to come on Life's a Beach Sundays at 4, I would love that. And then I kind of want to do something, 50 Shades of Brown, Melanin, 50 Shades of the Islands, whatever it may be, maybe an auction, I don't know, together. So if you guys want to join, make sure you hit me up. But nothing too much, just my show. I think concentrating on one thing at a time is very important for me at the moment, because I kind of want to give it the best of my abilities. So yeah, Life's a Beach.
So that you can be consistent.
Exactly.
Looking for the consistency.
Practice what I preach.
There you go. I like that. Yeah, I mean, if someone wants to be on the show, do they need to be from the islands? What does it take to qualify to be on the show?
It doesn't. So the good thing about my show and what I try to work in is, like, if you haven't even traveled, you are welcome, because I want to know why you haven't, or maybe offer you a little bit of insight on where you can go. Start off small, start off local, and kind of give you that encouragement or the motivation or even the passion to go somewhere, or just simply like Google it. You know what I mean? Oftentimes, I had Cold Fox on my show, and she's like, I never heard about this place till I watched Blacklist, and now somebody else is talking about it. So just definitely to connect the dots for people, and most importantly, in Jamaica we say, one love, no problem, all that kind of stuff, relaxation. So definitely to offer that in my stream, and yeah.
I like it. Before we wrap up, number one, make sure that you're hitting the favorite button on Yamada's. Fantastic streamer. Has a show every Sunday. You cannot miss it. We've been talking about it. Is there anything else that you'd like to plug, talk about? The floor is yours. Always want to make sure that we get the most important things out here.
I would just like to thank everybody that supported me from the beginning, and anybody that you see with a banner, don't be afraid to go into their show and kind of network or have a conversation or just see what they're about. And that's it. Never judge a book by its cover. So just click, and visit everybody on the app. There's room for all of us to grow, and it's a great platform. So I hope to get well acquainted with everybody on here, and I see a lot of lemons in here, so I'm gonna say Lemon Bay for top badge. Let's go.
No, we broke the fourth wall. I like it. Hey, there you go.
All right.
What you talked about is one of my favorite topics. It's called a zero-sum game, and it's where the idea comes from that in order for someone to do well, it has to take away from someone else. But I argue that streaming is a non-zero-sum game, that there is in fact the opportunity for each person to be able to grow without negatively impacting others.
Right.
But that's my soapbox. I'm going to get off that because we're talking about Yamada right now. And make sure that you're favoriting Yamada. Make sure you check out her show. Thank you so much for being here. It's been so great to talk with you again.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Definitely. Yamada coming out of the box, back to the not box area. What's the not box area? The chat? That one. Thank you for being here.
Chat. Later, guys. Bye.
Shout out to my mom. She picked out this tie and jacket. I got it in Christmas. I'm a Chrysler. It's a crisis, right? So shout out her. She's probably feeling pretty cool right now because it's purple. It's purple, so I like it. Pretty cool. Also shout out to you. Shout out to you for watching. Thank you so much for being here. This is a show that we do every Wednesday at 9. And if this is your first time here, thank you. Hit the favorite if you're so inclined. If you do not have me on Instagram, don't worry, I won't clog your feed. We're just trying to get to 6K right now. We're super close to that 6,000. Please, 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 if you have it in you, if you just got a pity follow, just throw the pity follow. But I also heard a rumor that if you follow me on Instagram, your cat will come to you the next time you call it. But if you don't, it won't. So you don't, or your dog, if you have one of those, or a gerbil, if you got one of those, that thing too. Anyway, to the top gifters so far this evening, special shout out over onto the top 10, coming in with Warrior, Joe Bess, Big Country, Blake Premier, John B, Smurfy, Riri. Are you making rhymes? Are we rapping? John B, Smurfy, Riri. No, okay, canceled. Lemon Bay, Snicker Bar, all capital. And Mr. Moore himself. Speaking of rapping, Mr. Infamous is in the building. I saw him there. It was very timely. My mom actually at the dinner table asked about you. I'm gonna shout out. My family really does watch this and pays attention to you all. So if it's not a bonus to get on the show to be featured, just know that some mom out there in the universe, my mom or grandma or aunt, will remember you and ask about you during the holidays. There you go. That's a true story. That's a true story. That's right there. Anyway, our last guest this evening, there's no competition. According to him, anyway. His name's Mr. No Comp. And you're going to want to listen to the things he's got to say because he's got a lot of, in his own words, there's no competition. We talked about it on the rundown. We're going to get the follow-up conversation here, find out the things he's been up to, hit the follow, hit the favorite. Thank you so much, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, our third and final guest of the evening, Mr. No Comp. Hey, Mr. No Comp. I'm feeling good, man. I hope you're feeling good. Um, oh, good. You're a winner. You're a winner. You're Mr. No Comp, right? I like the etiquette of streaming because I imagined you doing that in real life. Like you're at like a drive-through window and may I take your order? Hang on, before we go forward, you know what I already gotta do. I need to like, sir, this is a Wendy's drive-through. But no, I like that. You're always there for your people. This is what it's about. What are your people about to you? I mean, is it battles? Is it family? Is it hang out talking? What would you say the community is that you've got? Hmm. Hmm. I like that there's different compartmentalizations of streamers. Like there's the battle and very serious streamers. There's the chill. I'm just here for the streams. I'm here to watch. You said that your stream catches some drama. Why does your stream catch some drama, sir? Okay. Okay. I like that you say you're apologetic at least. You're like, I'm gonna say some really mean things, but I will apologize. Like you said, okay, everyone, bring in the cleaners. It's all good now. He's apologizing. We're fine. Um, when you say that you trash talk a little bit, I mean, for me, now back in my day when I was a streamer, we called them shooters. We call them shooters. You got shooters, right? I was never a person with the shooters. I was one who, sat down and took my L's. Is that like the level of trash talk, or what is the essentials for winning battles now? Is the trash talk necessary? He said you're not gonna get my clout. Why are we not sharing clout? Clout, Mr. No Comp. What is going on with that? Mm, mm. Okay. All right. I, li- I like that you're gonna be candid here a little bit. Now I'm on record for having an opinion about quote unquote diamond trading. All right. And you're someone who, likes the gifts, likes to do all that stuff. I want to get your hot take. What does number one it mean to gift trade? Number two, is it okay? Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. I've heard a lot of different definitions of it. I've not heard it defined as being in relation to the time. So like the time that a contest is ending to you is significant for qualifying as like diamond trading. Interesting. Very cool. Welcome to Not the Rundown. This is Suited Up. Make sure you're hitting the favorite on Mr. No Comp. I am Chris Gasper. Please hit the favorite on that gentleman, though. Right now, we're talking about the controversy in these streaming streets. And Mr. No Comp, he's about it sometimes. What would you say it takes to keep a family intact? Because you're talking about the people that you're grinding with in these contests or the community that you build. I'm sure with it comes a little jealousy, a little controversy. How do you keep people stuck together? What? So no. As far as your own self goes, though, and you as a streamer, I was going to ask about that. Is that you've got your top badge now, and now that you do have it, is it as exciting as you think people think it would be, or you hear a lot of people hype about it? You know that it's a really important deal for them to get it. Do you feel like for you, it's been something to be a game changer or something to be exciting? Well, I can imagine that you say it cuts deep because there's a lot of people who do take it very personally. That the badge means a lot. It signifies a lot. And in some ways you're saying, I kind of don't care about it. Like legitimately, I don't care about it. Um, hmm. I'm interested if this carries off of the app. Who are you in real life? Are you very competitive? I, I'm like trying to wrap my head around what were some of the things that you were competitive or you were striving towards because streaming wasn't a thing for you, I would imagine, when you were 18, right? So was it was. Wow. Yeah. It's like Live Leak, like old. Old, yeah. Hmm. Do you feel like it's ever to a detriment? Do you feel like this type of mindset ever hurts you? That it doesn't make things as easy or as good as they could be? Wow, I had no idea that this transcended through gifting leaderboards. Like this is a very real thing. You go to sleep, you wake up, I got my basketball team. I got people in my community who are looking up to me. In some ways, and this is a pretty big word here, I used it earlier though, would you consider yourself to be like a role model, a mentor to some of the people in your community? Mm. I hate to be one of those kids on the losing team with you, coach, man. A lot of tears, a lot of tears, a lot of letters from the parents. But what, so what would you say to the people then? Do you have any words of wisdom, people out there who are possibly a little too comfortable, how they can break out, something that you can extend from your cache of wisdom? Hmm. Well, there you go. There's the perspective. And to clarify, when he said 80K a week, he means 80K diamonds. Okay. So for the people who are watching, who are not familiar with streaming, he did not just mean if you are earning less than $80,000 a week, you got to figure out something different. Because if you're doing that, I want to know what your different is, sir. By the way, if you're not hitting the favorite button, Mr. No Comp, you're making a mistake because you can catch all the drama there. Mr. No Comp, any last things you want to plug, talk about, important things to you that we should go over before we go? Wait, what? What did you just say? I need to backtrack this. So you said read the Constitution, and do you take your pay in gold and silver? This is a whole nother show. I feel like I just opened the can of worms when I said, wait, let's backtrack. So we'll have to find out on your stream. If you have not, again, make sure you hit the favorite button, Mr. No Comp. Very fun conversation. Love the hot takes. Thank you for all that. Love it when we can get the hot takes on here. And thank you for being on the show. Cheers. Mr. No Comp, he's coming in there through and through. He said, when I come in, when I leave, I'm announcing my people, and I respect it. He is, if one thing he is consistent, that is true. Like him. My name's Chris. Welcome to Suited Up. This is a show we do every Wednesday, 9 p.m. I had a list prepared of the top 10 shows on Netflix for 2021. I'm going to breeze through it real quick. I anticipated doing much more conversation, but I'm going to make sure I'm done on the dot today. And the reason for that is today is the last ever episode of a community favorite. We're talking about pet profiles. Your host, More Miserables. That could be his name. More is doing his last ever episode of Pet Profiles. I don't know if he's announced what else is happening, but we're just going to leave it up to him. So go to his show to find out some special things. I do want to shout out, too, before we go into the top Netflix shows of this past year, the top gifters of this stream today. Coming in at 10, we got John B, 9, Smurfy, 8th, Riri, 7th, Snicker Bar, 6th place, Gold Loves Music. In 5th place, Auction at 8:50 Eastern Time, Double M Unicorn. 4th place, More Miserables himself, Santa's Helper at number 3, Lemon Bay at number 2, and Pingu, PIN. He's been punching in the PIN number because, whoa, my friend, thank you. That's a lot of gifts. I appreciate a lot. Big old boss badge in the building. Is that why you capitalize PIN in your name? Because it's like the joke there? You get it? Okay, good. Let's run through real quick, a little last bit of information. For your New Year's, I don't know what you're doing, but if you're going to be home, possibly binging some shows on your Netflix or something like that, you should know if you have not seen any of these shows, then you're missing out on the top 10 most viewed shows of 2021. Coming in at number 10 is a show that I've not heard. It's Lupin Part 2 that had 54 million views. 54 million. Lupin, whichever that one is. Number 9 is Shadow and Bone. That one had 55 million views. We're going over the top 10 shows on Netflix from this past year. Coming in 8th is Sex Education Season 3 with 55 million. Number 7 was Fate, the Winx Saga with 57 million. I have not heard of any of these. Now I've heard of this one, Sweet Tooth, with 60 million. Is it the fact that my Netflix only suggests me scary shows? Because that's what I watch. I watch a lot of scary shows. I like the scary ones. Coming in at number 5 is Sex/Life, 67 million. In 4th is Made with also 67 million. Is it Lupin? Lupin. We got Navi promo to set me straight. If you don't know Navi, by the way, he is a featured show host over on Tag. Make sure you check out his show every Wednesday. It's the Wake Up Call with Navi. It's a very good show. In 3rd place, we got Money Heist Season 5 with 65 million. It is daily, okay. Featured on Wednesdays. Number 2, Lupin Part 1 with 76 million. You're telling me there's tens of millions of people who did not find out the second half with the Part 2? They might be missing out, including me. I haven't seen either. And then coming in at number 1, you have to know what this one is. Coming in at number 1 with 142 million views, Squid Games. Squid Games coming in at number 1 for this year. So if you haven't seen Squid Games, you're going to stay home for your New Year's celebration because it's crazy out there. Maybe you binge watch some Lupin or Squid Games so that you can be with the other almost 200 million people who watch those shows, combining, of course. Again, everyone, thank you so much for wanting to suit it up. This is the last show of the year. Just a quick rundown of some binge-worthy things. Special shout out to Vision, Yamada, and Mr. No Comp for being on the show today. Great conversation. Mr. No Comp coming with the controversy. Yamada respectfully changing her language for the show. And Vision, the graphic designer. If you have not followed him on Instagram, make sure you do so that you can see all his fantastic photography and artwork. Last thing, if you have not followed me on Instagram and you just got it in you to throw a follow, we're almost to 6K. The end of year goal was 7. Can we get close? Maybe. We're going to try. One more time, big shout out to the last top 3, Santa's Helper, Lemon Bay, and Pingu. Thank you, Pingu, especially for that generosity. Make sure you tune over to Pet Profiles. It is Moore's last ever episode. It is starting right now. I'm going to head on over there with the exact same outfit. I don't have time. I got to get right into the show. So I'll see you over at Pet Profiles with Moore. It's his last one. Cheers, everyone. Have a great night. Have a happy new year. And we'll see you next year. Take care.